Hey, so here's another guitar tutorial. This one is for A Wolf at the Door by Radiohead, the last track on Hail to the Thief. So let's get started. So a bit about the rhythm and the chords. First chord, so the rhythm for this is 6/8, so you count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 quaver beats in the bar. So let's have a look at the first chord, which is a D minor, bar chord D minor. So it looks just like that. So just play the first chord here, just picking it with my fingers. So that is the 5th fret of the A string here with your first finger, then your third finger's on the 7th fret of the 4th string, pinky on the 7th fret of the G string, and your middle finger's on the 7th fret there of the B string. So you don't need to worry about the E string, you don't need to worry about the top string for this, it's just the 5th string to the 2nd string. So what I'm doing there is I'm using my thumb there, and then my first finger, middle finger, third finger, middle finger, first finger, but you can use whatever pattern you want, or if you want to use the pick you can use that as well, but I'm pretty sure that Johnny Greenwood and Ed O'Brien I think they play this bit in unison and they use their fingers for this, I think. I'm not too sure, but I prefer to use my fingers. So that is string 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first chord of D minor. So all you need to do for the second chord is take your middle finger off the guitar to leave a D sus2. So your first finger's barring the 5th fret of the B string, so it's on an E. So it does this, D minor, and then next chord take your middle finger off. Very similar sounding thing. So that's what you do for the second chord, just take your middle finger off, the exact same pattern. So one more time, D minor, D sus2. Alright, so that's the first two chords. The next chord is starting on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So it's the 3rd fret of the 6th string with your first finger. Then your pinky's on the 5th fret of the D string. Then your first finger is also barring the 3rd fret of the G string on a B flat. And then your middle finger's on the 4th fret of the B string on an E flat. So it's strings 6, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. So that shape there. So G flat, G with the E flat, sorry. Like that. And then all you need to do, similar again with the fourth chord here, is you just take your middle finger off the guitar to reveal a G minor. Same string pattern, string 6, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. So there's the 3rd and 4th chord. Middle finger off. Alright, so the first two chords, D minor, D sus2, G minor, E flat there, G minor. Alright, and the next shape is an A sus4. So what that is it's the open 5th string, so an A, then your first finger's barring the 2nd fret of the 4th string and the 3rd string, and then your third finger here is on the 3rd fret of the B string, so on a D. So strings 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. So that's the next shape, and then the final shape in the verses is this shape here. So you're just taking your 3rd finger off, keeping your first finger on here so that it's barring the 2nd fret of the B string, and now you just place your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, so on a G natural. So it's an A major chord with a G in the bass. So it goes like this. So from here to the 6th string. And that's all the verses is. So let's go over the verses there. And then there's just one change, I think sort of 4th or 5th way through the end of the verse. So I'll show you that in a wee second. So we'll just do the verses here. So D minor, D sus2, this about 8 times, 7 or 8 times. But there's a part, just a change here where it goes, instead of going, you go like this. So that's when you actually bring in the E string there, the first string, for the first time. So you do this, you play the second last chord, the A sus4, then it's your 6th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, then the 3rd finger goes on the 3rd fret of the B string on a D, then your open 1st string like this, so it goes. Alright, so that's strings 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. So that's the only change there. So that's the verses. The chorus is quite simple. I'll just show you that now. So first shape is this. All you're using here is the strings, string 6, string 3 and string 2. And what you've got on your left hand, sorry, is you've got your first finger barring the 2nd fret of the 6th string and the 3rd string. And then your middle finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string, so it's on a D. So you're going 4 times, 3, 4. Then you move up 1 fret, so you're playing a G. Again, strings 6, 3 and 2. This time you're on the first fingers on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Middle finger's on the 4th fret of the B string, and your first finger's also barring the 3rd fret of the B string. So a G major, 4 times. Last shape is just first finger barring the 2nd fret of the 6th string, the 3rd string, and the 2nd string, so an F sharp minor. 4 times. And after that, you've got a D major 7 chord. You're just strumming that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, holding on for a bar. So that is your first fingers barring the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, 2nd string, and 1st string, and you've got your open D note in there. D string, sorry. So that is a D major 7 chord. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then your 2nd chord there, your last chord of the chorus, is a G major 7. It's not like that kind of, it's like a bar chord G major 7. So what that is it's string 6 down to string 2, and it's your first finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, then it's your pinky on the 5th fret of the A string, the 5th string, then your middle fingers on the 4th fret of the D string, so an F sharp, your 3rd finger's on the 4th fret of a G string, and your first finger is also barring the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, so on a D, so a G major 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's bring that together then, the choruses. Okay, so here we go. So the finger I'm using with my right hand for the choruses is thumb, first finger, second finger, and then just my thumb for the chords. Okay, so now let's do the instrumental part, the bridge part there, after that first chorus. So now we've got a D minor, but instead of a bar chord D minor, it's just your D minor down here. So open 4th string, then it's your 2nd finger, if you can see it here, on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and first finger on the 1st fret of the 1st string on a D. So there's your D minor chord. So I'm just picking it again, I'm just picking the 4th string down to the 1st string, and I'm picking with my thumb, first finger, middle finger, 3rd finger, middle finger, 1st finger. So that's string 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So just a D minor. Okay, the second chord is a C add 9. So what you're doing is you're keeping your middle finger where it is, and you're just placing your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string on a C, and you're placing your second finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, so on an E. And that's strings 5 up to 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, C add 9. So it's just one D minor, one C add 9, then one B flat 6, which is the next chord here, which is this. So what that is, it's your first finger on the 1st fret of the 5th string on a B flat, and it's your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, so on an F, then it's the open G string, and then it's your pinky staying where it is again, on that 3rd fret of the 2nd string, so on that D, so a B flat 6 chord, a B flat with a G natural in it. Okay, and then your next chord, you're going to have to take that pinky off here, and it's just, it's an F major chord with an A in the bass. Alright, so it's your open 5th string, and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, then your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, then your first finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, so on a C. So it's string 5 to 2 again, so it looks like that. Alright. And then after that, you've got that A with a G in it again. Okay, from the first verses. Okay, so let's take that bridge again, and you do that sort of 3 times, and then you just do, when you get to that, 3rd time you get to that A with the, F with the A. I'll talk to you about that when we get there, but so try that again, just that one cycle. So D minor, C add 9, pinky stays where it is for these, B flat 6, F with the A, bass, A with the G bass. Alright, so that's what I was trying to talk about here, with the change here. So we get to here, G minor, so this is coming back into the verses, E flat, so that's to get back into the verse again, the last verses. So that was the D minor, the C add 9, B flat. So this to get out of that instrumental section, to get back into the last verse, this is what you do. So you pluck your thumb on the open 5th string and your middle finger, or whatever finger you want, but I use my middle finger. You pluck that 2nd string with your first finger there on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Pluck those two together. So an A and a C together. Then you pluck the 3rd string and the 4th string of that chord. Then you also pick the 6th string, the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and the 2nd fret of the 2nd string together. So you pluck the G natural and a C sharp together. And then just go down the chord again, so you go down the chord to get out of that instrumental and back to the verses. Alright, so I'll do that one more time. I'll do that cycle, and then I'll come out of that instrumental, and then I'll do one more verse and then the chorus, and then we'll end it. So there's only 3 odd sections in this anyway, I think. Wait, verse, chorus, bridge, yeah. So not a lot in this tune really. So let's do that chorus cycle once through, and then get out of that chorus into a verse, and then finish on the chorus. So here we go. C, B flat, F with string and second string together. So here's the verse, D minor, D sus2, G minor with the E flat, G minor, A sus4, A G bass, chorus, 6th string, 3rd string and second string together, G, F sharp minor, D major 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, G major 7, and that's how the song ends, with your one strum of the D major 7, one strum of your G major 7 to end the song. So that's all the parts. Hope I didn't go over that too quickly. So let me know if you thought it was any good, and whether you want me to try another Radiohead tune. I've got covers of Cut a Hole, a new Radiohead tune, and Nude. If you want me to do a tutorial for them, I'd be happy to do that. I've also got Smith's tunes there. If you want me to do a Smith's tune, just let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a Radiohead tune, Smith's tune, any tune you want me to do a tutorial for. And thanks again for everyone that's watched the Blur tutorial. Got a few thousand views for that, so many thanks for watching. And cheers. Hope it was useful. See you again soon. Bye.